Hi everyone. So today I'll be discussing some experiments I have done with multi-threading. So actually it's a chat-based app. So here you will have a server and a client. Now let's see. In this terminal I have opened like 4 sessions. So let's see what files we have. So let's run this server file. So what this server file will do, we would just write pyth python 3 server.py. For some reason I just don't know. Okay, the server is running server.py and it's running on the IP server 192.168.1.150. Now this IP has been assigned to us by our router, and we are using the port 50,000. Now from the client side doesn't know what's the IP of our server. So for that I have written a script for identifying the IP of our server. So let's run this script, and one thing to remember is that the script only works if the IP is of class C, which means that its range would be the host range would be from 0 to 255, 0 to 255, like 256 hosts will be available. So we'll check all the hosts, but there's a problem. Now let's see if we use a naive technique, that is just looping through all the possibilities from 0 to 255. If we loop through, so let's run our naive client server. Let's say python 3. For some reason Visual Studio is acting weird, I just don't know. Just assume I have written python 3 and python 3 space client.py. So here you can see that it's scanning for server on port 50,000, and here you can see it's scanning sequentially one by one. But scanning sequentially one by one takes a lot of time, because the connection between the both of this socket is a TCP connection, and it happens like a three-way handshake happens, and that handshake limits the time. So as a result the program becomes way slow. Here you can see for reaching 150 it would take more and more time. So what is this solution? So what here we can use is that we could use like the power of multi-threading. So I have written another program that's the client1.py, and I would run that program. Let's see, python 3 client1.py. I just don't know, but I've written something. Oh, command not found. python 3 space client1.py. okay, so here you can see that another threaded program, it just takes like 3 seconds, and it says that I am connected. See, but typically it doesn't take 3 seconds. And why are we seeing that the others have been failed? The reason behind is that dispatching a thread doesn't take much time, and here you could see that like 192.168.1.5 at the time when it's connected, but the other threads have been dispatched. So we have to wait for all of these dispatched threads to finish their work and join, and then at last prompt the user for entering his or her name. Let's say my name is Nahid. So here you can see that I'm connected. Yes. Now let's take another approach. and in this case I would not print anything when the connection is failed. And let's say python 3 space client 2.py. So here you could see that it just takes less than 1 second, and you could see that it's been connected. We could write anything. Yes, we could write anything. On the contrary, the program without the threading, you could see that it's still looking for the server IP. Yeah, eventually it will get to that server IP, but you know, it takes much more time. So what I have understand in this program is that why does this script takes much less time than this one. The reason is that we are printing something, and printing some info also takes a little bit of time. If we return none, then what will happen is that on the background it will not contradict our terminal. So on that case we could write anything we want easily. And at the let's say let's stop the script again and again run this script, and let's say it ran and it found that the server 192.168 and 150 is connected. Now let's assume that this specific thread has been connected, but the other threads are also running, but they are on the background, but they are not interrupting our process. Because they will return null, and we don't have to join all of those threads together in this script. And I think that's a much efficient way of finding an IP, I mean the server IP, by scanning through all of those IP. And I think that's it for today. I hope you like it. It was just an experiment and fun I had with threading. Comment down below if you want to know much about it, and I will post some in-depth of it in the later future.